It's good to be back. My Patreon supporters got to see preview images, work-in-progress shots, and high-resolution images of the figures as I worked on them. If you want to join them, all you gotta do is donate even the smallest amount. Link is in the description below. Hello out there, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with another custom toy. This one's a commission for Hedgecat Dragonix. It's her character Kirana Sterling. So Hedgecat sent me this wave figure to use as the base, but it wouldn't purely be just this. The recipe is actually all this. I added in Shadow's head and Amy's legs, for the boots and the spines. But Shadow's face didn't really look all that good for, Kirana. He had the spines for it, but he has that angry little scowl and his sharp eyes, which just don't work. So, it's hard to see in this picture, but I carved out his brow line to make his eyes rounder. And, I added white paint here so you could see where I cut and how it actually changes the shape of his eyes. And then I forgot to take pictures of me sculpting on her bangs and her eyelids, so, you just get to see straight to the painted version of her face, which shows the transformation. So yeah, as you can see, the face actually looks quite a lot different without the eyes being so sharp and stern, right? I had to change Wave's tail a little bit. I carved away the feathers to make it into a simple hedgehog-like tail. And I, of course, sculpted on the bust because, you know how fan characters are with their busts. Now, here's an interesting bit. Normally I would look for rubber scraps or craft foam to make a skirt, but then I just realized I had this Mega Bloks Monster High minifigure skirt lying around, which was left over from another custom, and I wondered if it could actually be used to fit on this figure. And amazingly enough, it does. You put it on the waist peg, and you can still reattach the torso, and the whole thing works. So yes, after painting her torso up to look, like Kirana's, she's all different shades of purple. I did a little bit of sculpting on her arms, like for the sleeve cuff for her jacket, and her glove cuff, which looks a little bit comically large because it has to be sculpted over Wave's comically large glove cuffs. And then I put the torso back together. She's wearing a little jacket made from a piece of rubber from a bicycle tire repair kit. And as you can see, with the arm stuck back in, it makes a nice little convincing sleeve thing going on. The rest of her arms are just repainted. Unfortunately, the pink of Wave's pin disc elbow joints is visible because I tried, but you just can't paint those pin discs, especially on this figure, because the way they're made to have elbow stops, they really rub against the forearms. And here's a partial rebuild showing how the skirt works. Fortunately, the Mega Bloks skirt is paintable, but I wouldn't be too hard on it because this seems to me like the place where paint would be most likely to peel. So unless you want her skirt to change from purple to black, I would recommend not trying to flip it up. No upskirt shots from Kirana. Amy's boots were a simple repaint because Kirana's shoes are already basically shaped like that. Although, funnily enough, this Amy did have a gimp left knee, so I had to repair it with a toothpick. But, it's barely visible. I just wanted to note that. So here's the completed Kirana Sterling. She's pretty, isn't she? She's a big, various shades of purple hedgehog lady girl person. Yeah, the glove cuts look a little bit overly huge, but I think maybe that just kind of adds to the style, whatever. But yeah, she's superposable, just like the Wave figure normally was. She just doesn't have knee swivels now. But she can stand a wide variety of poses because Amy has some really good feet, and the figure's actually quite well balanced. I was afraid that she'd be top-heavy with Shadow's gigantic spines, but it looks like Amy's feet are up to the task of keeping her upright. So I'm going to call that a win. So it's great to be back making toys again. Hopefully I have another one pretty soon. But for now, Wake Angel 2001 signing off.